Alright. It is Thursday, July 12th, 2018 at 2:42 p.m. Alright. Just wanted to say that I had a dream today, and in that dream, it got me thinking about why I do, videos and stuff. And I realized it's because I wanted to help people. So, just wanted to say that if it helps at least one person, me doing these videos, then it was worth it. Alright, let's get into the headlines. Elon Musk vows to fix water in Flynt homes. Tesla Chief Executive Officer Elon Musk, fresh from offering rescuers of a soccer team trapped in a Thailand cave the use of his small submarine, said he is committed to another philanthropic mission, this time in Michigan. Musk was offering on Twitter on Wednesday to fund eliminating water contamination above FDA levels in homes affected by the Flint water crisis. Lead consumption can cause serious health problems. Lead consumption can cause serious health problems, including brain damage, especially in fetuses, infants, and young children. The U.S. Environmental Protection Agency, not the Food and Drug Administration, oversees lead and water levels. About 90 sites in Flint have been testing below the federal 15 parts per billion action level for almost 2 years, according to the Michigan Department of Environmental Quality officials. Most residents in the city of 96,500 wouldn't know the levels or their drinking water unless they paid to have it tested. The city was replaced 37% of its estimated 18,000 lead water services lines and expects to have all of them replaced by next year. Please consider this a commitment that will fund fixing the water in any house in Flint that has water contamination above FDA levels. No kidding, Musk tweeted in a reply to user Dylan Shea Music, who challenged Musk to help clean water in Flint. Musk's series of tweets gained a huge response, with more than 45,000 likes and 13,000 retweets 4 hours after posting. He advised those requesting help to reach out by email at flintx.com, which he planned to create Thursday. If this is true, that is awesome, because he'd be helping so many people that are going through that difficult time with their water. If it's just a stunt, then that's, not something that's cool. That's just not cool. But if it's true, hopefully he'll be helping people, and that's good. Alright. The latest earthquakes. Let's look at El Salvador, a magnitude 4.6, 44 kilometers south-southwest of La Libertad, El Salvador. Also in Puerto Rico, a magnitude 2.8, 67 kilometers north of San Juan. Also a magnitude 3.3, 83 kilometers north of San Antonio, Puerto Rico. Alright, let's see. A 2.8 in Anchorage, Alaska. And a 3.2, 56 kilometers northwest of Anchorage, Alaska. There's also a couple more down here in Alaska going around the ring of fire. 4.3 Nicosia, Alaska. 4.0 Sinton Island, Alaska. A 4.3 in Kamchatsky, Starry, Russia. Zooming in too far. Alright. A 4.3 in Miyako, Japan. A 4.7 in Ishinomaki, Japan. A 5.0 in Iwo Jima, Japan. A 2.6 in Tainan, Taiwan, and a 5.5 south of the Fiji Islands. Hawaii is still having its volcanic earthquakes all around the island. Yeah, centered right around the volcano. Alright. Let's see what's next. Soon, every weather event could become a state of emergency. An unprecedented 2-week rainstorm devastated Japan and killed almost 200 people. Climate change is part of the reason that the region was so unprepared. We've never experienced this kind of rain before, unnamed Japanese weather officials speaking to the BBC. In Japan, when what started as a downpour on June 28th refused to relent, dug in its heels and kept dumping rain on southern Japan for more than 2 weeks, and at least 176 people lost their lives. May they rest in peace. A blanket of water, 847 million cubic feet in scale, flooded the region, destroying almost 2,000 homes. The worst hit regions were stuck with about 70 inches of rain, almost 6 feet. Then on July 9th, just as the rain stopped, a barrage of simultaneous landslides devastated thousands of square miles of western Japan, causing over 100 of the 176 deaths. The flooding in Japan is a tragic example of what happens when climate change raises the threat of dangerous, but at least of the time of the onset, sub-emergency weather like torrential rain in regions that aren't used to experiencing comparable events like typhoons or hurricanes. The country had no reason to expect that the event would be so extreme. As a result, it didn't have the emergency response mechanism in place to properly deal with the issue. As climate change makes weather more unpredictable, particularly when the weather forecasting relies on relatively calm historical information, the potential for unexpected consequences is much higher. According to a report published last year in the Bulletin of the American Meteorological Society, climate change can take bad but otherwise normal weather events and push them past the tipping point, making them an extreme weather event. While studies will be required to link Japan's extreme rain to climate change, without a shadow of a doubt, we already know that the climate change makes extreme rain events both more extreme and more likely. That's one of the things that I've noticed is over the years, like 20 years ago, there wouldn't be, just it rained and then it wouldn't stop raining and then it just flooded everything. Like, look how many floods there are in the United States. Just, it rains and then it doesn't stop raining and people have to be evacuated from homes. Whether it's a hurricane, it's a hurricane, but the flooding has been increasing. The fires in California and in that area, it's a lot of fires. When you notice the flooding, you notice that it's happening more and more often, and it wasn't a normal thing. Now it's almost weekly. There's something happening. And speaking of that, Mudslide destroys 300 homes and claims at least 10 lives in Afghanistan. So things like this, just like extreme weather happening all over the world. And that's one thing that you have to think about when just being, if you're traveling anywhere. Just being a regular human being on the planet, you're going to think, is there going to be disaster in this area? A large mudslide triggered by melting snow destroyed nearly 300 homes in northeastern Afghanistan on Wednesday night, July 11, 2018, killing at least 10 people. The area is known for its snow-capped peaks. The slide took place after a mountain lake in Panjshir overflowed, sending water and mud cascading over Pershgore village in Kenj district. Omar Mohammadi, spokesman for the Disaster Management Ministry, told AFP. Mohammadi said villagers were using shovels and other tools, desperately searching for survivors before a rescue team arrived. We have developed everything in hand to help the people, Mohammadi said. Nearly 300 homes were destroyed and at least 10 people have lost their lives. And here are the pictures of the landslide. Wow. May God watch over these people, and I'm just praying for them. Alright. Blackfly's latest attempt at flying car. I found this an interesting, fun article. A flying car that will not require a pilot's license to operate has been unveiled in California. Blackfly can travel up to 25 miles at the speed of 62 miles per hour. Its maker said it eventually cost the same as a typical sports utility car, but early models will be more expensive. Kitty Hawk, another U.S. startup, which is backed by Google co-founder Larry Page, is also testing a personal aircraft in Las Vegas. Several other rival flying cars are in development across the globe. Blackfly's creator in the Palo Alto-based firm Opener, the car has been tested in Canada, where the country's aviation authority has authorized its use. Like Kitty Hawk, Blackfly could perhaps be the most accurately described as a human-carrying drone. It is not designed to be driven on roads. The vehicle carries one person in a small cockpit powered by 8 propulsion systems spread across 2 wings. It works best, the Opener says, when taking off and landing from grassy surfaces. Cool. So they have a little flying car here. You can see it. That looks cool. It looks like a UFO. I like the liftoff. It looks crazy. Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, so I just wanted to put that little article in there. Little cool story about a flying car. Yep. So, stay safe out there, guys. Even though Elon Musk is becoming a superhero and going everywhere trying to save people. Please stay safe out there. There are earthquakes and volcanoes and rain and mudslides and, so much disaster out there. But that's why we're here. People reporting on YouTube and trying to help out. Stay safe out there, guys.